You have no rights here. We're not under the empire.
All right. Welcome once again to the beatzillapdx official news break. And on this particular news break, we're talking about this Nigerian woman actually had an experience at an African braid shop. I guess they didn't understand or know or recognize that she was actually Nigerian. So they started speaking in front of her as if she was a Black American, and she shares her experience. So with that being said, I told you guys on my broadcast on the midweek report that I wanted to do a video that is just because it's 6 minutes long. I wanted to let that video have its own space so you guys could take it all in for what it is, unchopped. So with that being said, I'm gonna let this video run, and then I'm gonna come back after it's finished and close out with my commentary on it, because this is a very interesting story. So with that being said, before we get into that, please like this broadcast, share this broadcast out if you've not already done so. Subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell, hit the word all. That way you'll be notified anytime this channel goes live or a video is uploaded or premieres like this one. And also you can join this channel and become a member. So now, without further ado, on with the broadcast.
You know what? Right is right and wrong is wrong. Okay? Now, y'all need to really be careful with going to these hair braiders. I'm African to the core. I will always respect my people, always respect where I'm from. But also, these hair braiding salons need to understand that you make your money off of majority American women. Like, you're in America. You make your money here. So for y'all to be sitting there talking shit about people, saying whatever you want to say about people, and thinking, oh, they won't understand, so I could talk my shit and then smile in their face and overcharge them. Meanwhile, y'all talking mad shit in French and other African languages. Like, you never know who understands shit like the shit y'all saying. I go into this Didi's hair braiding in Newark, New Jersey, okay? And I speak full-blown, understand French. Now, I don't sound like I speak French. I sound American. I look American, if you will, right? Whatever. So I come in there. I'm trying to decide what I want to do. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, right, with my hair. I was stuck between cornrows, knotless braids, and then like the boho knotless, and I have like the hair for the boho knotless. So I come in there and I'm like, oh, you know, do you know how to do cornrows? Everybody doesn't know how to do cornrows. She like, yeah, I know how to do it. And I show her picture on the Instagram. She's like, yeah, I did that. One of the girls is like, yeah, I did that. I'm like, oh, you did this? She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. While I'm asking this, she's saying in French to the other lady, oh, I didn't do it, but whatever. She doesn't need to know that. I don't even like doing cornrows. I don't even know how to do cornrows, but I'm going to do whatever on her head. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I came all the way over here. She doesn't know how to do this. Let me switch the style. Because she doesn't know that I understand what the fuck she's saying. So I'm like, okay, let me do knotless braids, right? I'm like, okay, let me do knotless. She's like, do you want butt length or waist length? I'm like, I show her where I want it. She's like, oh, that's butt length. I'm like, no, that's more so waist length. I'm pointing to my waist. Like, I'm pointing to right here. She's like, no, you, like, that's butt length. I'm like, all right, fine. I'll do butt length. She's like, okay. She's finishing up her little sister, whoever's hair she's doing. That's obviously not paying. Then the lady, another lady comes to her and goes, oh, what's happening? She's like, oh, she wants waist length, but I'm going to charge her butt length. The lady's like, oh, do it waist length, $200. And she's just like, and she says waist length in English. So she's like mixing English with French. She says waist length in English. So I'm like, no. Like, I thought you said you're going to do it butt length. She's like, oh, don't worry about her. I'm going to do it butt length. And the lady's like, no, make sure you do it to the waist. And she's like, in French, I will. She doesn't know. She doesn't have to know. Oh, these American people are, they stupid. She's legit saying this shit. Mind you, this other lady is sitting down doing her braids, an older lady, and the lady's talking mad shit like, oh, her hair looks crazy. Oh, you didn't, telling the braider, you didn't even do it right. It's big in the front, but she won't even know, like, because she's old, so she won't even know. And the picture she showed us doesn't even look nice. So at least if she tries to fight it, we can say, oh, the picture, like, planning a whole scenario when the lady's not gonna like her hair in the end. And the lady's so nice, like, oh, like, you know, this is, you know, speaking to them, trying to be all polite. Like, another girl's in the chair doing her hair, and she's like, oh, like, the hair that she brought is horrible, look at her hair, just talking mad shit. Yo, at some point I was just fed the fuck up. And then she's like, oh, while I'm like looking through to see if I really want to do the knot list, because I'm looking at the styles that they've done on their Instagram, the lady's like, oh, what is she deciding? Like, is she gonna do it? Oh, these people are crazy, they always coming in here and we gonna do what we want every time, like, they're crazy, blah blah blah. Look at her hair. Bitch, look at your fucking hair. I was fed up. Like, I was to here. I just let that shit out. I was like, you really gonna sit here and talk about me? And this is me in French. Like, tu crois que je ne parle pas français? Like, you think I don't speak French, miss? Like, be careful what the fuck you say, and be careful who the fuck you talking about. Because I would have really went in on you. And I really could have went in on you and told every single customer here what the fuck y'all saying about them. And the only reason why I didn't do that is because it's like, you know what? I'm not even about to shit on any African business. I'm not in the business of shitting on African businesses. I'm not doing that. But I'm making this fucking video because enough is enough. Because she really tried me. Like, she really tried me. I'm not going to take your money, but you're not about to sit here and be that disrespectful and talk about people that's kind and hardworking and coming in there and spending money in your shop, and you talking shit like that. The way I blacked on her in French and walked out, like, and y'all hair don't even look good for y'all to be talking that much shit. DD's in fucking Newark, like, they really got the nicest response from anybody that understood what the fuck they was saying. They got the nicest response, because I really could have went in and I didn't. And it's just so frustrating, because it's like, that's why people be come up in no shop, I'm just, y'all. That's why people be coming in these African hair braiding shops and turning the fuck up on y'all. And then y'all try to play victim and innocent, like you don't understand why they're doing this. And don't get me wrong, I've been to African hair braiding shop that they're like, oh, we're just gonna do, like, we're gonna do what she's asking, like, without charge. Like, that's fine, her hair's gonna look nice. Like, and they're cool and they're calm and they're nice people. And it's like, those are the people that deserve the businesses, because you're not making money without American women. You're not making money. You know what's up. Like, if it's not for the American women that's coming in your shop, you're not making money. So stop talking shit. You don't know who understands. You don't know who speaks your language. Like, they was in there, nangadef. I can understand that. Okay? I understand it. And I understand every dialect of shit y'all fucking talking. Stop doing that shit.
So that's a lot. And you know, with her saying, and I'm glad that we actually get a perspective from somebody of that culture that can really tell you the truth of the matter. Now, here's the issue with a lot of black folks. They don't want to hear stuff like that because it's the truth. And they have long been able to ride on the idea, especially with the shills for certain old people who got a lot of money to spend on black issues, if you know what I'm talking about. When it comes down to those individuals, they're paid to be disruptors. But with this, you're just getting a person from the culture telling you, hey, this is basically how a tether really conducts themselves. And if it's happening at a braid shop, where else in their community is this happening? They're upcharging black folks. That's telling you that these things are customary practices. So how much more so when we'll get somebody from these areas and then they start getting in places of power? We have seen it. What do they start doing? Start trying to be the mouthpieces and voice box of Black America, while always holding and harboring ill will towards Black Americans, especially foundational Black American freedmen, descendants of chattel slavery. They have a great disdain for black folks. They like to call us stupid, just like Roland Martin and all of the DNC shills of that ilk. A lot of them are tethers as well. And so what do they start getting out here doing? And I guess maybe that might be the calling card of a tether. Always wanting to insult the intelligence of Black Americans. That's a thing. And with that being said, I hope that everybody understands you got to call that out when you see it. I'm glad that this woman was, this is courage. This is bravery. This is what that looks like. When you're of that culture and you're going to call it out, because there's a lot of Africans that act like these things don't happen and come amongst us. Why do you hate Africans so much? Why are you xenophobic? And you're hearing this woman tell you, oh, they talk about us like dogs. And then they come into these spaces. We don't have, Akata's not a bad name for you. Yes, it is. Jareer? No, that's not a slur. Yes, it is. And so I just wanted to, again, let this one roll, because she exposes how tethers really are. And so she's exposing to you the tether community. That's why I identified her as Nigerian, not a tether. Why is she not a tether? Because she immediately told you that she was Nigerian. These other people come over here and get amongst us and try to say, oh, we all Black, and try to use the flat blackness and then start talking in their language is crazy about us. We need to cut that out. And so, I hope that everybody got something from this broadcast. I know I did. And it's things that we already known, but I just wanted to make sure I shared this with you so you guys can have a clear picture coming from a Nigerian's own mouth, not me, and giving you the experience that because they thought that she was a Black American, they were letting it rip and having whole conversations about misusing this woman and swindling this woman. Yeah, they all got black skin. They all come from the motherland. But just that quick, you see the reality of the spirit and energy to which they are here in America. They are here in America calling foundational Black Americans stupid, ignorant, and we don't know no better, and we dumb. And to that, I gotta say, all of you Africans and tethers and Pan-Africans that think that we gonna let this one ride, well, I most definitely can speak for myself. Beatzilla PDX official, the Beatzilla PDX official show, those of you who are tuning in right now, and the grassroots and the voices of new Black media, I am safe to say I speak for all parties involved when we proudly dedicate this song to you.
Get up off of that cocaine and get up off of that crack. Get yourself together and get your mind back.
Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on each and every one of you. And thank you guys for tuning in once again to the Beatzilla PDX official news break. We have to be vigilant at all times about our culture, our heritage, because that actually is part of us and what makes our present. And we are the people who dictates our future. So with that being said, y'all stay black, stay vigilant, stay alive. Black first, black first, black first. Shalom, y'all.